it's not really about what are you delegating. It's really about how well do you understand the work that you are delegating. That's where I see people get frustrated after delegating it to someone because they feel, अरे मैंने इसको दिया था, इसने किया नहीं, लो अब मर गए, अब आखिरी में मेरे को करना पड़ा. हाँ, that's true, but actually आपका काम उसको दे के भूल जाना नहीं था. Delegation is about believing in people. Delegation is about actually believing that other people are also talented. They also come with right intent. Delegation is one of the most important skill sets that one can learn, and I don't think there is any path or there is any shortcut to learn it, because delegation is also more about your mindset and less about only the skill. There is science in this, but there is a lot of mindset. Delegation is a lot of mindset game. If you're not in that mindset, skill is not going to help you, and I'll tell you why. Delegation is less about getting work done and more about letting go. And when you are, and you don't need to be only an entrepreneur for that. You can be anyone, and I'm actually going to abstract this. If you are anybody in your company, in your team, in your work, as a professional, even if you are doing some social work, you're a part of some volunteer team. Fact is that you feel the ownership. And if you feel the ownership, you want to deliver the outcome. More than that, you don't want to screw the outcome. You want to make sure that the team, the goal is met. And in that moment, you become extremely attached to it. You want to, actually carry it on your shoulders. You want to cover it, with both your hands, and you want to protect it. And that comes at the back of great intent. It comes at the back of great, reason. And everything from, there that you do is actually justified because intent is right. Intent is because you want to deliver. When you think about delegation, you get jitters because delegation is about now still owning the responsibility of the outcome, but you are supposed to give it to somebody else and then let them do it. And both of these things are extremely difficult. They, if you're a high ownership person, very, very difficult. I have done that. When I started my first company, there were times where I have given some work or some project or something to be done to someone in the morning. And I completed that work myself at night. And next day morning, I walked up to them and said, hey, so what did you do about it? And they're like, yeah, I'm still figuring out. I'm like, you know what? मैंने कर दिया है. तू सुनना, तू इसको छोड़. अब ये कर. And I did that for, almost 2-3 years where, there was a point where I felt that I had a team of 12-13 people. I was just paying their salaries. And technically, I was still doing all the work. And I was justifying it to myself by saying, I need to get this done. This is my ownership. I will lose. All of that was true. I was also justifying it by saying, I know this. I know how to do this well. This person is going to take 5 days. I'll do it in 5 hours. I was the rock star in the team. And I was a self-proclaimed rock star as well because it was technically not helping me. Was I wrong? Not really. Was I right? Absolutely not. I think I was somewhere in the middle because I was limited. I had only 24 hours. I had limited energy. And the only way I could grow out was by not only delegating, but allowing them to, take that delegation, allowing them to do that work, and then bring the results, back. Then I could actually free myself up to do, things which are more important, to take the ship forward. I was not supposed to be, from the janitor to captain of the ship. So how do we do delegation then? I think the mindset I'm talking about is that it's not really about what are you delegating. It's really about how well do you understand the work that you are delegating. That's why I'm saying those years when I did that entire work, they were not bad. They were actually great, because I became that guy who actually knew how to do all the jobs through the process, end to end. I knew exactly which job takes what. I knew exactly what step takes what. I knew where are the pitfalls, where is the possible ditch that somebody can fall into. But letting go was still difficult. Letting go is still difficult. So delegation is more about deciding that I am not going to be the hands. I'm going to be the brain. I'm going to think, but I'm going to also allow and enable people to accomplish that. I'm going to bring the resources for them. I'm going to break the job into pieces and make it phase by phase. I'm not going to just tell someone, okay, I'm delegating this to you, go do this. That's not delegation. You need to break it down. You need to create it phase by phase. You need to tailor it to the one who you are delegating to. And delegation is not about giving work to someone and then letting go of the responsibility of outcome. And that is where I see most of the delegation goes wrong. That's where I see people get frustrated after delegating it to someone, because they feel, अरे मैंने इसको दिया था, इसने किया नहीं, लो अब मर गए, अब आखिरी में मेरे को करना पड़ा. हाँ, that's true, but actually आपका काम उसको दे के भूल जाना नहीं था. Delegation का true meaning ये है कि somebody is increasing your bandwidth. They're not taking away the responsibility. Increment in bandwidth means that you give them that job, but you keep the responsibility in your head. Does that mean that you keep a watch on them and micromanage? Maybe. Maybe it's about watching it from a distance. Maybe it's about stepping just one step away. Maybe it's about telling them that, hey, I'm really worried about this and I'm going to ask you again and again. So don't get mad at me, but ask me help whenever you can. That is exactly when your own experience of delegation goes good. आपको धीरे धीरे रियलाइज होता है कि अरे सामने वाला भी कुछ कर सकता है, इसने कुछ कर दिया. कभी कभी फिर आपको पता लगता है कि आपका कोई टीममेट था जो बहुत ही बढ़िया था यार, उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत बढ़िया थी. That person was really skillful. They really felt strongly about the work given to them and they start running with it. You just took one step away, but they took 10 steps ahead. And then you realize that, oh, they're flying. And that is one job taken away from your responsibility. That opens your bandwidth to take more. And then you repeat this process continuously to the point that it actually changes your mindset about delegation. Delegation is about believing in people. Delegation is about actually believing that other people are also talented. They also come with right intent and they can carry the responsibility on shoulder. But it is also about being pragmatic and practical about this observation that in case they are not running it well, in case they are not doing it well, how much risk capacity do you have? Is it the right time to snatch the work back and label the person as not responsible or not good enough for the opportunity? Maybe. Or is it a time to actually intervene and say, hey, you know what? We are losing time or we are losing this opportunity, but we can take that risk. Are you sure you want to do that? Do you need some help? Can I push you a little forward? And staying with that, because people also have different pace of execution. They have different pace of learning. Every job cannot wait, but knowing which one can wait and which one cannot wait is important. You are not delegating to make people feel good or make yourself feel good. You are delegating to get the job done the rightmost way. You are delegating because you want to open up your bandwidth. Being objective about it will help you not have a bad experience with delegation. जब आप किसी को कोई काम देते हैं और वो ठीक नहीं कर रहा होता, और सपोज वो मिशन क्रिटिकल काम है आपकी लाइफ का, देयर इज अ वेरी हाई चांस दैट यू आर एक्चुअली गोइंग टू रिग्रेट इट लेटर because you waited too much, and probably it will spoil your own experience of how you look at delegation. Next time you'll be super worried, you'll say नहीं 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 मैं कर लूंगा, मेरे को नहीं देना है किसी को. बट अगर आपने ध्यान रखा और आपको रियलाइज हुआ कि अच्छा ये काम मैं 5 घंटे में कर सकता हूँ, सामने वाला 5 दिन में कर सकता है, पर ये काम चाहिए 10 दिन बाद, तो अगर मैं आज ये किसी को दूंगा और 5 दिन तक मॉनिटर करूंगा, उन्होंने कर दिया तो अपने 5 दिन बच जाएंगे, उन्होंने नहीं किया तो आई स्टिल हैव 5 more days, एंड एनीवे मैं तो 5 घंटे में कर ही लूंगा. सो दैट मीन्स इट्स लो रिस्क, बट समथिंग दैट इज अ मेक एंड ब्रेक. इफ समबडी डिड नॉट डिलीवर इन अ डे, वी आर स्क्रूड. देन आई विल से कि वेट, जिस आदमी को मैं जॉब डेलीगेट करना चाहता हूं, मैं उसको अपने पास बुलाऊंगा, मैं बोलूंगा यार करूंगा मैं ही, पर तू साथ रह, बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट यू टू लर्न दिस, लेट्स डू दिस टुगेदर. And I want you to take some part out of this later, but learn. I'm not going to give it to you today because this is critical and I don't trust you enough today. I trust in your skills, but we can't lose on this. But next time when we have a little leeway, I'm actually going to put you in the driving seat and will still be your navigator.